Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise in support of H.R. 3202, the Cyber Vulnerability Disclosure Reporting Act. It's hard to find an electronic device today that doesn't connect to the Internet. From smartphones to alarm clocks, everything is part of the Internet of Things. Americans can do everything from personal banking to unlocking the front door with the palm of their hand. As the world has become increasingly interconnected, vulnerabilities in computer code underlying these devices and the applications they run can often expose the average American to exploitation by hackers, criminals, and even bad actors from nation states. As more and more critical and personal information is being stored on the Internet and more industrial systems are being operated autonomously, it is vital that we're able to plug the holes in vulnerable technology. It seems like every day we read about another data breach that could have been prevented if only the company had known about a vulnerability in the product or network. Occurrences such as the WannaCry ransomware that affected hundreds of thousands of computers in more than 150 countries, and the recently reported meltdown that could affect millions of personal computers throughout the world. That is why, in this world of ever-increasing intrusions, we must do our best to make sure our computer systems are as invulnerable to attack as possible. The Department of Homeland Security was given the authority by the Cybersecurity Act of 2015 to improve cybersecurity in the United States through enhanced sharing of information through cybersecurity threats. The Homeland Security Act of 2002 allows the Secretary to coordinate with industry to develop departmental policies and procedures for coordinating the disclosure of cyber vulnerabilities as described in the Vulnerabilities, Equities Policy and Process published by the White House on November 15, 2016. This disclosure is important as it highlights vulnerabilities and allows the public and private sector to work to prevent and mitigate cyber threats. H.R. 3202, the Cyber Vulnerability Disclosure Reporting Act, is an important tool in that it requires the Secretary of Homeland Security to submit a report to Congress on their policies and procedures for disclosing vulnerabilities. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I urge my colleagues to support this bill, and I reserve the balance of my time.